Fly me to the moon, let me sip amongst the stars. Let me taste some Bordeaux, Barolo, and Pinot Noir. Maybe, I don't know. Can I spell out Rioja with my fingers? So I said this guy was 40, 50 bucks. So I really like this guy, 95 points. Okay. Oh, it's close. Ribera del Duero, 100% Tempranillo. Hey, I said Tempranillo, so I'm happy with that. Price point, I said 40, 50 bucks, right? And he gives 95 points. What's the price point? Okay, yeah, steal, do it, awesome, and that's why we do a blind, man. James Suckling, 92 points, I said 92 points, what the heck? That's pretty good, right? I said 95 points for this, the Cantor said 95, 92 here, 92. We're not cheating here, guys. Education for me to keep my palate sharp. For you, there's no fun in cheating. Anytime you cheat in anything, it devalues the experience. Whether it's on a test in high school and university, whether it's in a race, you cheat in life, you cheat yourself only. You don't win anything. I think we gotta make a TikTok of that and put it to all the kids out there or something. I don't know. Cheaters don't prosper; they just perspire and they stink. I gotta sell these. A bad Dom Bueno, not a bad wine, but a freaking awesome wine. 80-year-old vines, 80-year-old vines for $17. What world are we living on? Fly me to the moon, let me drink Mencia. Give me a bad Dom Bueno all day long. In other words, value in the glass. Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Wine and Whiskey with Steve. So it looks like Maestro is back to work. Finally, it's about time. What do we have in the glass? I have absolutely no idea. We do everything here blind, so we're gonna do country, we're gonna do grapes, we're gonna do vintage. We'll talk about the color, we'll talk about the nose, talk about the palate, and we're looking for value in the glass. And we're hoping that, again, you know, my liver is in Maestro's hands, so hopefully she massages it nicely today, and she treats me well. But either way, you know, it's always a nice treat and a good surprise to find out what the heck is in my glass here. Fly me to the moon, let me sip amongst the stars. Let me taste some Bordeaux, Barolo, and Pinot Noir. Maybe, but I don't know. So, but I mean, from the color, oh, do we have a theme? Do we have a theme? She's nodding. Okay, there's a theme. Okay, so something going on between all these guys here. That's good. So hopefully that will help me deduce what's in the glasses. You can look at the colors. I'll post colors here, wherever I post them when we get to that point. But looking at these guys, I'm thinking like, it's just so hard to say, right? Like we get some crimson over here, ambering to the edges. Again, crimson, ambering toward the edges. These guys are showing age. This one's a little bit of more ruby with some purple hues in it. So, I don't know. Old world, new world. Who knows what the heck's going on, right? I mean, there's only so much you can tell from the color. I can say that there's no Pinot. I can say that there's no Nebbiolo, unless something is in a Barolo form here, but the colors are too deep. You know, we could have some Cabernet Merlot happening here. I think maybe some Sangiovese here. Some Sangiovese here could be. I don't know. There's like it can be anything. Let's get down to the good stuff and see what's going on with the aromas. Now, I did ask Maestro how long these have been in the glass for. She said about 2 hours. Okay, so these have been sitting in the glass. She gave them a nice whirl, but then she put a little lid on them to trap in the aroma so we can concentrate the bouquet. So again, color this guy. He's quite he's deep, not translucent, and he is crimson with a little bit of orange and brick toward the edges. I'm getting cherry and tobacco, some cedar, quite a lot of tobacco, sweet tobacco. This is smelling like Italia to me. This is not Bordeaux. Oh, he's very savory and he's succulent. I'm almost salivating as I'm nosing him. Yeah, and talk about legs, right? this guy has some legs. Yeah, well, I'm getting Italian, classic Italian aromas from this guy, classic Sangiovese stuff. But then again, his color is quite is deep. So as I said, right, cherry, some leather, some tobacco. This could even be a Rioja. This could be a Rioja too. So because of the oak in there, whether I'm picking up French American oak is kind of hard right now off the nose. I am picking up on quite a bit of cedar though, so this could be a Rioja. And again, so alcohol 14% at least, and a good amount of time in wood from these legs. All right, that's it. So Old World. Now we're going to go into number 2. Number 2. Wow, Barnyard. Bah. Who let the sheep out? Bah, bah. What can you do, right? It's entertainment and it's education. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back. This is quite a bit going on the nose with this one. I'm joking around a bit, but yeah. So color again, this guy he's different. He's more toward the purple and ruby. Picking up on riper fruits with this one. Oh, I'm getting plum and cassis on this maybe. There's some wood in there too, though. This is interesting. I don't know. It's riper fruits. Different. So this is definitely some cherry going on here. This one we're getting a little bit darker fruits. Cassis, maybe a slight little bit of vanilla. Plum. Interesting. I like the nose on this one as well. And it's got more purple in that guy. Younger wine. On to numero 3. Troisième vino. Okay, color on this guy, we said he is more toward the crimson. Doesn't have the deepness of color that number 1 does. So slightly more pale, slightly more transparent, translucent. Oh, he's got a nice nose. Some oxidized fruits going on there. Plum. It's got this cran apple plum orange thing happening. Interesting. He does have some age to him though. I don't think he's as high in alcohol as the first guy was. It's fun. I mean, what you can do is challenging, right? What can you do? This guy's smelling old. I'm saying that. This guy has some age because I can smell the oxidation. So there's a stewed fruits aspect going on here. So yeah, so whether this guy was a previous Corvin or he's, I don't know, right? Because I have no idea what the hell is in here, but he has some significant age. So before I go into any tasting, I'm saying that this guy, because I'm getting the cherry and the tobacco and it's smelling like a combination of French and American oak, I'm thinking this could be some type of a Rioja. This guy here, I'm thinking this could be a young Bordeaux. And I'm saying that this guy over here is something old, perhaps in a Bordeaux, toward maybe right bank. So because it's maybe like stewed oxidized plum. So that's what I'm going with for now, but only time will tell. We'll get this guy on the magic tongue. I've got the magic tongue. Magic box. Okay, stop the dancing, stop the singing. Let's get to the tasting. That's what I'm good at. Okay, wine number 1. Goosebumps. Windows closed. It's legit. This is a serious wine. Everything's goosebumps. Good wine. This is a quality wine. Right off the bat, I'm going to have to say that, this guy is upwards of $30. So I'm just saying that this is, again, now depending where he's from, right? Now, am I still sticking with Rioja? Yeah, I'm getting that mixture of French and American oak. It's funny because I was just talking about Rioja wines in our LCBO monthly sales that are coming up. And I recommend 2 Riojas from the same producer, from Barogna. One is a Reserva, 18 months in French and American oak, and the other one is called Especial or some type of whatever it is. It's still from Baronia Especial, $17, but they ferment in oak, and then they also mature in oak, maybe for less time, 8 months or so. But yeah, you get that. But this isn't so like, you know, that little coconut cedar smoke. But this is very well integrated. This is like real serious wood. This is really well made stuff. I'm gonna go in for another sip of this guy. Yeah, so you're getting, you know, the cherry and the tobacco and the cedar. There's also like a milk chocolate component to this guy. Not like, you know, like something overly sweet. It's just like how it coats your mouth, but then, yeah, you get, you know, milk chocolate. It's not really a bitter. It's like a smooth milk chocolate from the malolactic fermentation that has been taking place in the French and the American oak, right? So, yeah, I mean, you know, you're looking at least 2 years French and American oak. Yeah, this is good stuff. Now, what else could it be, right? What else could it be? To have that nice ripeness of the cherry in there, so dense, so extracted. This is coming from old vines too. So this is coming from at least, you know, 30-year-old vines. This is nowhere in France, 100%. This is nowhere in Canada. This is nowhere in the US. The only thing that could perhaps, nothing, not even in Italy. Where are you going to get that much mixture of French and American oak? You're not even going to get that in, because I'm thinking, no, you can't get that anywhere. You can't get that anywhere. It's just the amount of wood influence here that is Rioja. It's trademark Rioja to me. I really like this wine a lot. You know, $40, $50. Cigar box and minerality, it's like a slight graphite to them. But that, like, look at the legs on them, right? But the cherry and the tobacco are the dominant flavors that I'm getting out of that guy. All right, good stuff. Really liking that. Do I want to cleanse my palate? That's some good stuff. Yeah, I mean, we just came off an episode talking about legs, right? But look at that's beautiful. Look at the legs just dripping, right? So thick. I'm saying he's going to be, you know, if he's spending 2 to 3 years in oak, right, and then 1 or 2 years in bottle, so you're looking at least 5 years to make a wine like this. 2012 perhaps, 2014, something like that. Okay, going on to number 2 now. So I said that this guy looks to be the youngest of them, and I'm off the nose. I said he could be some type of a right bank Bordeaux. You get some plum in him. I think that was the main thing I got. So let me go back and see. He's also got some cassis though. Maybe dark plum, you know, you go dark plum because he is young. He's a young guy. He's very purple. So, you know, you're probably looking at 2018, 2019, something like that. But lots of dark plum. It's quite good. He's quite good. But he's also familiar. I'm getting lots of plum. Lots of dark plum. A little bit of cassis. So Merlot, Cab. His color is quite dark though. So maybe a little bit of Petit Verdot in this. The color's kind of throwing me off here because if this is, I'm thinking this is Merlot dominant based on the plum that I'm tasting. The color is really misleading though because it doesn't look like, you know, Merlot dominant shade. It doesn't have a significant amount of Cab Sauv because the tannins aren't there. Yeah, juicy, succulent, easy drinking. Doesn't have much structure. It doesn't have the acidity. It doesn't have any firm tannins. But it's got nice ripe fruits going on. So yeah, I guess I'm thinking something from the right bank. Probably price point, I'm looking $20-25, something like that. For now. I mean, I'll go back and do an official, but yeah. So far, this is the better wine. This wine is bothering me a lot. Okay, it's bothering me a lot because how much it's lacking structure, and I'm like, I said that this is perhaps right bank Bordeaux, but it's too ripe. It's got legs too. Look at the legs on this. Warm climate. There is some French. There's French oak and dark fruits, blueberries, blackberries. It's reminding me of almost a Malbec. It's hard to pick out either the cassis or the blueberry. I don't know. At this point, it's tough. Tannins are smooth, and and they're well integrated. Wait a second. Now I kind of remember what this is. Now I think I know. That's why I'm getting confused. I think, therefore I am. I got goosebumps. Now, here we go. Goosebumps all over again. So, here's the thing, see? So, and if I am on the right track, this is where theme can help, right? Because, again, number one, the banker, Rioja, usage of French and American oak. Cherry, tobacco, classic Tempranillo. So I'm hook, line, and sinkered. That's what this guy is here. He's a high quality Rioja. Okay? That's from Spain. So we know we got one Spanish guy over here. Then when I go to number two, I'm confused because I'm getting a lot, initially I got a lot of dark plum. So I was thinking this is some type of a Merlot, right bank Bordeaux, mixture of Merlot and Cab, Petit Verdot, but they don't use Petit Verdot on the right bank, and it didn't have any structure. It didn't have the acid or the tannin, so this means it's coming from a warmer climate. I was getting blueberries and blackberries and cassis. I was getting all those intermingled, right? I'm thinking, well, what else could be showing these dark fruits? So you have your Cabernet with the cassis, you have, but this is not Syrah for sure, because I don't get any black pepper. So where is this blueberry and this dark fruit coming from? If it's not Cabernet, because I'm not getting the tannins. And this is coming from a warmer climate than Bordeaux. This is freaking Mencia. This is freaking Mencia. This is Mencia. This is Mencia. Damn. This is Mencia. Damn. That is, I got goosebumps all over me. Crazy. Crazy. What has taken me there to this point? Okay, now, Maestro, you can, whatever. We're going to see if I'm wrong, whatever. But the ripeness of the fruits, okay, and this is so tough now, right? Because freaking climate change. I've had some 2018 Bordeaux's that were so purple, and they're 100% Merlot right bank. That was like, wow, really? This is what's coming out of Bordeaux right now? Unbelievable. But still, there was still a little bit more structure. This one here does not have that structure. It's a warmer climate, and that's what we have here with this guy. Really nice. But he is the youngest of them, for sure. A little bit of violets coming through. Blueberries and blackberries and violets. Yeah, nice. Okay, well, so, now if that's the case, right? So Spain. Yeah, as I said, stewed oxidized plum. A little bit of mushroom. He's silky smooth. There's no tannins. There's no acidity. He could very easily be a right bank Bordeaux. Okay, he could very easily be a right bank Bordeaux, but because of the lack of tannins, he could be a more a Rioja that's not doesn't have the financial backing power to have new French and American oak like this guy does. This guy's using cream of the crop stuff to make this wine here. Okay, this is a $40-$50 wine, if not more than that. This one over here is, as I said, $20-$30 is good value for this guy here. What can I say, right? Oxidized plum. So is this in all I can think of in Spain is Tempranillo. I mean, this is some type of a Tempranillo that has been 2012, 2014. not new French and American oak. Still nice. I mean, I like it. I like the style. I like the style a lot. You know, for me, as I said, that's, you know, that's pretty damn good right bank Bordeaux. I'm gonna take another sip of this guy. Cherry cola. Cherry cola. Fly me to the moon. Let me sip amongst the stars. Please, Maestro, tell me what's in my glass today. I'm thinking Rioja in glass number 1 and number 3. Glass number 2 tastes just like Mencia. Please, I hope I'm not too far off, or I'll fall off my chair. In other words, thank you. In other words, I love these wines. Not bad, right? I'm in a good mood. Okay, so let's do it, right? So I've gone through the gamut over here, and I think I'm ready to lock in my predictions for this tasting. Wine number 1. This guy, cherry, tobacco, good French and American oak, turned into a little bit of some cherry cola. I'm saying that this guy is a very, very well made Rioja, $40, $50. Age on this one, probably 2012 to 2014. You know, Tempranillo dominant. A score, 95 points. Really like them a lot. Excellent value. I want to buy another one of this, whatever it is, and I want to sell it, put it back, okay? So that's on you to pick up, because you know what it is. So when it comes to those wines that are 94, 95 points and we try them, okay, regardless of the cost, whatever it is, whether it's $40, $50, $80, $100, I always want to have one backup that we sit down for a decade and then we revisit it 10 years from now and we see what's happening, okay? 10 years is the minimum bar that we put for aging and revisiting, right? So anything below 10 years, we're not going to revisit. We want to put it down for at least a minimum of 10 years. So Maestro, that's on you. Fun job I have, right? Okay, so number 2, I'm saying number 2, you are Mencia. You confused me. But given some time, okay, I was able to narrow, and only because I knew that this was from Spain, and the structure wasn't there for me, as I said already, okay? It didn't have the structure of a Cab Merlot from Bordeaux. Initially, the taste kind of did, but I was conflicted by the ripeness and the lack of structure, so, and then, again, trying to search what else can it be, right? So, Mencia, warm climates, low acid, low tannins, very ripe, dark fruits, nice wine. And from what I know about Mencia, if it is what Mencia is an incredible value wine. Okay, you're gonna get bang for your buck with this wine. You know, this wine tastes like a $20, $25 wine in your mouth, but price point, you know, he could be, you know, anywhere from $15 to $20. Okay, so I'm just gonna say that this is, you know, a nice $20 Mencia, and I'm gonna leave it at that. He's young. I would say probably you know what, 2018, okay, because it was 2018 was a warmer vintage. Score wise, you know, 92 points. Going on number 3, so it looks like we have something of a Spanish theme. This guy here, you even get a little bit like a tomato from him now, but it's like it's a stewed tomato. It's a stewed plum. It's oxidized. Mushroom earth. You actually get a little bit of orange peel too. There's a bitter orange peel in here. I like the wine. For me, this reminds me of Right Bank Bordeaux. Again, 2008. This would be, if this was a Bordeaux for me, that's what I would say it is, but it's lacking the tannins. It doesn't have the tannins. The tannins are silky smooth. I really like them though. I really like them. I like them as much as Mencia though. I like them both 92 points, but completely different styles. This is ripe and fruit forward. This is savory, but I like it. I maybe even like this one a little bit more, but I'm saying 92, 92. I don't want my, you know, my preference of savory and lighter bodied nuanced wines with this, which is what this is here, number 3. I really enjoy this, you know. Again, completely different than number 1. If we have 2 different expressions of Rioja here, right? It's very interesting, right? Which one would we go with? This guy here, which I'm saying is, you know, big daddy, big buck Rioja, versus a Rioja here that's not so big bucks. $20, $25, $25. Again, I don't know how old, right? Again, this could be a younger wine, but coming from younger vines, right? And if you have younger vines, then it's going to age quicker. The color is going to turn quicker because you don't have that much extraction of fruit like you do in this guy over here. And that's what I'm going to probably have to go with here, because I don't think this guy's coming from old vines. I don't think this guy's got 40, 60-year-old vines like this guy does over here. Okay, this is younger vines. So maybe the age on this one, I'm going to say, is between 2012 to 2014-ish. Not even maybe 2014, 2016 could even be, depending on how young those vines are. I think that's as good as I can do, Maestro. I think that's as good as I can do. So I think it's time to find out what's in my glass. And yeah, do we have value in the glass? We won't know until you reveal the the dollar amount that you blew on these wines. So let's do it. Reveal number 1. So shape of the bottle, right? One of our trivia questions, I think it was from what we filmed this week that we're putting up. So, you know, shape of the bottle, what can we tell, right? High shoulders. Doesn't have the sloping shoulders. So this is, you know, classic Bordeaux shape. It's not a Rhone shape or a Pinot shape. But anyways, so what does that tell us here? Not too much in this case. Okay, so cork, he's been Corvins, you know, some embossing over here, raised fonts, and ooh, heavy bottle, thick glass. I mean, I don't know, can I spell out Rioja with my fingers? Let's hope it is a freaking Rioja. So I said this guy was 40, 50 bucks. I think the vintage on him, I said it was at least 2012, 2014 maybe, right? So I really like this guy, 95 points. Okay. Oh, it's close. Okay, close. So, Ribera del Duero, Reserva 2014. So not bad. It's 2012, 2014. Oh boy. I'm kind of scared though on the cost of this one because I don't think it's going to be $40, $50. But again, that's bonus for us then. I've never had this guy before. Mayor de Castilla. So bright garnet red color. I mean, they're putting this on the label back in 2014, right? So things have changed since then. Leather, balsamic, sure. 100% Tempranillo. Hey, I said Tempranillo, so I'm happy with that. You know, I said Rioja. This is not a Rioja. This is Ribera del Duero. I'm okay with that. What the heck? What can you do? I'm good with that. I think even Ribera del Duero could be even a warmer climate than Rioja. I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and double check, especially 2014 vintage, how warm that was. But yeah, I'm happy with this guy. So yeah, okay, I nailed this. I don't know how long this is spent in French or American oak. I don't know. Yeah, no idea. So okay, Maestro, what's price point? I said 40, 50 bucks, right? And it gives 95 points. What's the price point? And it got 95 points from Decanter. Okay, Maestro, thank you for that. So, okay, yeah, steal, do it. What can I say? 2014, awesome, and that's why we do it blind, man. When I'm tasting this guy, I'm comparing him to other Riojas that I've had in the past. Okay, that are $40, $50, and they're in that range. I mean, like in terms of profile, length of finish, everything. It was beautiful wine. Really, really, really beautiful wine. Really, really good. Really, really good deal. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little side break. I'm going to go to my phone because I want to read what decanter said about this guy. So 100% Tempranillo, a fine and interesting expression of an aged mid-priced Ribera. It's mature, soft tannins, lively acidity, and developed notes of truffle, forest floor, tobacco leaf, dried cherry, minty herbal finish. 95 points, decanter 2020. So that was about 2 years ago. So yeah, so I mean, I nailed the tobacco, I nailed the cherry. You know, there is a good amount of wood in here that they should have mentioned. But yeah, excellent. Can't go wrong with this guy. So he was released at through Vintages program at LCBO April the 16th of this year. Okay, so it should be still available. $22, man. That's a steal. Okay, it's a real steal for something like this. So again, you know, if this was another place in the world, this guy would be, you know, $40, $50, right? So when I'm saying that's what the cost of it is, you know, that's based on, again, you know, it's the nose, it's the palate, it's the mouthfeel, it's the finish. Okay, all of that goes into it. So yeah, he's definitely worth it. So goodbye. Got him. Thank you, Maestro. Good stuff. Okay, here we go. Reveal number 2. So we said that this guy here was a Mencia. I gave him 92 points. I said he was about maybe a 2018 vintage. And so from the Mencias that I do recall, you know, he fits the bottle shape. What the heck, right? Could be anything. You know, you have your Pinot, your Burgundy bottle. Okay. Yeah, he's lighter, not heavier glass, right? So the punt is quite shallow. Okay, not a deep punt. And yeah, other than that, not much you can tell over here. So Corbin's. My friend Mr. Abad, Dom Bueno. You bad boy, you bad boy. So this was actually my first introduction to Mencia, 2017. I said 2018, so pretty close. Yeah, this is an incredible value, this Mencia guy. You know, very, very different style. So what do we know about this guy? 12 months in French oak. So here's the thing, man. 80-year-old vines. 80-year-old Mencia vines. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's where, you know, that's where that deep color is coming from, right? What the heck? What can you do, right? Initially, I thought it was Cab Merlot, but then the lack of structure and the ripeness of the fruits. But I did pick up on the French oak, right? So it all makes sense. But man, very hard. And I'm telling you guys, you know, it's incredibly hard. If I didn't have this as the banker to anchor myself down somewhere in Spain and picking up on, again, well, who knows? We'll see what the heck it is when we get to number 3, right? But yeah, you know, then I could have been like going all around the world if I didn't have that anchor and trying to find some type of commonalities between them. They're very, very difficult. But the ripeness of the fruit in here, the black fruit, the dark fruits, the lack of tannins, lack of acidity, warm climates, old vines, that explains the legs. It explains the legs, right? Incredible legs on this guy. Extraction deep. And I thought it was addition of Petit Verdot, right? So but again, it didn't have the structure because Petit Verdot is going to bring tannins from the thick skin, right? So lots of these things. I hit it. I was off with the vintage, but now price point. So Suckling, James Suckling, 92 points. I said 92 points. What the heck? That's pretty good, right? I said 95 points for this. Decanter said 95. 92 here, 92. You know, we're not cheating here, guys. This is all education, okay, for me to keep my palate sharp. Education for you. There's no fun in cheating in life. Anytime you cheat in anything, it devalues the experience. Whether it's on a test in high school and university, whether it's in a race, you cheat in life, you cheat yourself only. You don't win anything. So I think we gotta make a TikTok of that and put it to all the kids out there or something. I don't know. Cheaters don't prosper. They just perspire and they stink. Man, I gotta sell these. Anyways, so I said price point here, you know, $20-25, but this guy, you know, he's under 20, isn't he? Right? $16.95, $17. So if you can, this guy, you may not be able to find him anymore at the LCBO, but keep your eyes open because you'll see this producer coming back, okay, and look for him around the world. You guys not from Ontario, Abad Dom Bueno. Not a bad wine, but a freaking awesome wine. Very good. You know what? So I'm just gonna we'll do a little quick pause, read maybe what Suckling said. So there are a few of these guys around at your LCBO. Okay, if you want to check it out, they have the 2018 vintage available. This is 2017. 2018 was a warmer vintage. Suckling gave the 2018 93 points. Okay, a little bit riper perhaps. Blackberry, blueberry, exactly what I said. Crushed stone, mineral, some flints. I said there's a bit of smoke in there. Full body, tight, focused, 93 points. There you go. Okay, low acidity, low tannins, ripe dark fruits. Yeah, beautiful wine. $16.95. Go get them, guys. Go get them. Okay, guys, here we go. Wine number 3. So with this guy, we said that he was a Rioja as well. He wasn't on the same level as the first one. Now, the first one didn't turn out to be a Rioja, but still, you know, similar style, 100% Tempranillo. They're using French and American oak. Ribera del Duero. Now, so this guy said 2012, 2014, or 2014, 2016, something like that. Maybe 2014, 2016, I think is what I said with this guy. Price point, I said, I think it was about $25, but you know, ooh, I almost hit the glass. See, this is how real we do things here. But I'll post whatever I said, you know, in the little tag or title thing that I make on iMovie. Okay, anyways, this guy is Bordeaux shape. Okay, some, you know, thermography over here, and other than that, there's not much you can do. He's been Corvin, the bottle's not that heavy. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Oh, son of a gun. Mr. Muriel Reserva 2015. Okay, Rioja, so I'm right. You know what, I'm right. It wasn't the guy I was thinking of. I was thinking of another Rioja that I've had a couple of years ago. But not this one. This surprised me with this Muriel because I remember him being a little bit more riper than what he's expressing in the glass right now. Right now he's a little bit older than what I remember him to be, a little bit thinner than what I remember him to be. However, this is a 2015 price. I think I said between $20 and $25 for this guy here, and I think this guy is about a $22 Rioja. 1995, Maestro says, 1995. So yeah, again though, so very, very different styles. I like this style. I like this style because this style reminds me of a right bank Bordeaux. Okay, and again, accelerated aging because of the time it's spending in the wood. But in terms of makeup of the grapes going into this guy, it doesn't really disclose on the back. But what we can do is we can just see what type of reviews this guy got and see how they compared to my assessment of this. So yeah, I'm interested to see. This guy was 13.5 alcohol by volume. Okay, so according to this review, this was from Tom Matthews from Wine Spectator. Generous, rich, rounds, ripe tannins, orange peel. Hey, they picked up on the orange peel. Good job, Thomas Matthews. Cherry, dried currants, licorice, vanilla. This was tasted in 2020, 93 points. Okay, so yeah, maybe the last couple of years, the vanilla is not there anymore. It's more cedar now. You don't have any of that, of any sweetness. But yeah, you pick up on more of the orange peel. You get the dried cherries in there, more a little bit of the earth and some mushrooms happening, more tertiary characteristics going on in this guy. Awesome. 1995, there he is, Tempranillo, 100% Tempranillo. So, wow, eh? Wow, so look at the difference. You know, I'm just going to put these two side by side like that. I don't know if there's anything you can pick up on that, but you know, we're talking 2014 vintage, 2015 vintage. Okay, look at the colors. Both of them 100% Tempranillo. It's crazy. All right, it's crazy. Oldness of the vines. I'm going to do some research on this guy, find out how old the vines are for this bad boy over here. Okay, and then compare them to this one. And then when I'm making the video for this, I'll let you guys know what's going on with the oldness of the vines there and the amount of time that's been spending in oak. Okay, because I'm not aware of that right now, but that, wow. This guy, right? 80-year-old vines. 80-year-old vines for $17? What world are we living on, right? Fly me to the moon. Let me drink Mencia. Give me a bad dom bueno all day long. In other words, value in the glass. All right, that's awesome. Yeah, so thank you for tuning in, everybody, and thank you for Maestro for putting this incredible lineup together. Always throwing me a curveball, never know what to expect. Always challenging my palate, always keeping my senses intact, and still, you know, helping me grow. So much appreciated for that. And again, value in the glass, right? And not breaking the bank today, which is great because we have some expensive trips coming up. So that's a bonus, right? Like, geez, it's 22, 20, and 17, right? That's remarkable value in the glass we have today, folks. I highly recommend all these guys. I wish I could, you know, buy these for you, send them to you. Maybe down the road, you know, I'll figure out a business for how that's gonna work, right? But yeah, for now, if you can grab any of these, you know, you're laughing. It's money in the bank. Now let's rank them, right? Let's rank them, knowing what we know about them. Let's rank them. We're gonna go from left to right. So in first place, okay, first place, I'm gonna put this guy, okay, and the reason why I'm putting this one here, he is $22. He is the most expensive one, but in terms of what you're getting for nose, palates, complexity, finish, structure, overall package with this guy, this is my number one. Okay, at $22, this is an incredible steal. I love this wine. We're going to go easily buy a couple of bottles of this, and we're going to put them down. Beautiful wine. What do we want to have this with? Oh my God, tapas. Okay, some olives and some olives and duck. Really, does that go? But you know what? Yeah, in this case, I think it will go. Black olives, okay, Kalamata olives, and cured duck. Cured duck, okay? Cured smoked duck. Cured smoked duck, black olives. This is going to be beautiful. Number two, what are we going to do, right? Number two, this guy reminded me of a Right Bank Bordeaux, but then this guy here is incredible. But again, so what do I do, right? My palate is here right now, the ripeness of fruits. I think when it comes stylistically, this is something different here, and I think people will really appreciate what's going on with this Mencia. Okay, so I'm going to put Mencia in number two over here at $17, 80-year-old vines, 12 months in French oak. I think this is such a beautiful, well-made, easy drinking wine. Okay, this is not a highly structured wine. This is a very easy drinking wine. This is a nice barbecue wine though. Not if you're having too much fat though. This is not like a rib wine. This would be more like some type of a lean steak, okay, because it doesn't have the tannins to cut through the fats or to bind to the proteins, okay. So easier drinking, but still very, very ripe and full-bodied, okay. And then this guy I'm going to put in third, only because I have to. What can I do, right? But again, incredible value, and I really, really like how these guys are both 100% Tempranillo, and there's only 1 year difference between them, but they're so very different. Terroir, different regions, Rioja, Ribera del Duero, different winemakers, different hands. Okay, what can you do? Power of the winemaker, but still respecting terroir. So thanks again, everybody. This was awesome fun for me. I hope you had just as much of an enjoyable time viewing as I struggled through these wines. But please, tell me in the comments below if you've tried any of these guys here, or if there's a Rioja out there that blew your mind, or a Spanish wine out there that blew your mind. Let me know. I'd like to try new wines all the time. So please put it in the comments below so other viewers can see the wine that you're recommending, and we can, explore and grow each other's palates together. Okay, so cheers to value in the glass, Mr. Mayor de Castilla. Cheers.